Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another video with yours truly, Adam. And today we're going to talk about a subject that is very touchy, very sensitive, and this subject is cancer. Now, some of you might be wondering, what do I know about cancer being so young? How much could I possibly know? But the answer to that question is I know quite a bit about it because I have unfortunately had cancer. That's the reason for being in Sweden. Now, the type of cancer I had was a blood cancer called leukemia. I know a lot of kids have it, just like I did. I'm healthy now. I've been healthy since last year, in March, so I'm well now. But it was a really hard time, and the reason why I've had long hair, or kind of long hair, is because I hate cutting my hair nowadays. No, it has nothing to do with like it has nothing to do with. I was a bit chubby, so I had a round face, and I try to look happy, but you can still see that I am in a lot of agony when on this picture that I might show you. I think I will. And I wanted to show this video once I had, more people watching, because this is a thing I feel more people should know about. But I can't, uh, I can't wait until that, because I might forget all the important stuff. So I'll say it now, and once I have a few more viewers later on, I will talk about it again. But anyway, so yeah, and I know I'm only been talking about kids right now, but there's also, as you probably know, adults, old people who have also have or had cancer. Unfortunately, cancer does take a lot of lives. I have heard a lot of cases where cancer has taken lives, but also there's quite a few people who have survived, like myself, and I've heard a few other stories where people have survived cancer. So, with that being said, if you have a friend who has had cancer or anything like that, then and they've survived, then they are a strong individual. And I think the thing that's very important when you have cancer or when you have leukemia or other cancer types, that you have someone that you can feel that you trust, or that you can that takes care of you, that's there for you 24/7. Because, as I said, your mood swings are completely off. You you go to the hospital. You're in the hospital so many times. It starts to feel like a home, kind of, which is sad, but that's the reality. You're there so often. Like the first year, I was more in the hospital than I was in home. Well, and we were moving, so the house wasn't ready yet. But still, the the hospital became like a house, a home, because that's where I felt I could be, because I've been there so long. And once our house was ready, school started. My sister started first before I did, because, well, I was sick. So, and then I started later on in the year. And when I did start, couldn't be there all the time. I could be on and off. I was absent a lot the first year of school. Um, I tried really hard to keep up with. I did keep up with school, that with homework and assessments and all that stuff, but I didn't keep up with the other kids, with all the other stuff, because I was in the hospital so often. Yeah, that's about it. Um, so I had a kind of a thing here, a little, yeah, it's like a round thing with a tube that goes up to my throat, and what they used that for was to pump in all the medicine, or to have all the medicine go through this thing. Is I don't know what it's called. Um, it's a little white thing that sits. Then a lot of the kids in Sweden have, that sits right here. I think I also have it. You can sit on a chest or anywhere, and they use it to take blood tests if they need to. They use it to put in the medicine. They use it to do basically everything during when you're sick. But I took it. I had operated out recently, and that's another thing. When you do have leukemia or other cancer types, then you will be doing a lot of operations to take the tumor, to check the back, so they can see that the cancer is going away and it's not coming back. And a lot of doctor checks, a lot of blood tests every week. I used to go every single week and take blood tests. When I first got sick, I was in South Africa at the time, and I didn't have the thing. So they took blood tests every single day for 2 weeks, I think it was, in my arm. And after a while, my arm was sore from all the needles and all the things going into my arm. So when I got to Sweden and had to take blood tests here, then they said, "Oh, but you can take in the finger instead," which was much better because the finger doesn't hurt as much. You don't have the same amount of feeling as you have in the arm. But yeah, it's really hard to be especially when you're a teenager. I think when you're a small kid, you don't get affected by it as much. Of course, you get affected by it, but not as much as a teenager, because teenagers have so much go through their lives at that period. Is when I just started puberty, with all that happening, and then going into 7th, 8th, 9th grade as well. School is kind of getting harder and harder and harder, and all that, and to feel that you were completely normal one for several years, and all of a sudden you're so sick that you could barely use your legs. Like, I couldn't feel my legs at the point, and I didn't want to get out of bed. So I couldn't get out of bed. I wasn't able to, so I was lying in bed all day, and all my muscles in my legs and my arms everywhere disappeared because I had to lie down too much. So, yeah. The thing with this cancer, and I've heard a few people who don't say that you don't really care about cancer, but when you yourself have had cancer and you hear people say this, you get kind of upset. Especially if some people might say like a joke, which is also bad, but other people might actually mean it, and that's even worse. I've had a former friend who did this, and well, let's just say we're no longer friends anymore because he said he didn't care about it, and I had strong opinions about cancer, and I felt that it was a very dangerous disease and that everyone should care and know about it, because a lot of people are getting sick by it, are dying, all that. I mean, this kid, his own grandmother died because of cancer, and he didn't care, which was, I might be triggered, but that might got me very mad. But anyway, that's over and done with, so that's in the past. But anyway, luckily Sweden has a wonderful healthcare system. It's really, really good. So I was lucky to have parents who still work for the Swedish embassy, which still counted me as a Swedish citizenship, which made me able to come to Sweden and get my health, go to the hospital, get my healthcare fixed, my disease fixed, and then go down to Africa again, which I'm doing now. So if it wasn't for the fact that I had lived, or that we were still working for the embassy, I probably wouldn't have had such a smooth treatment as I did, because I went to the hospital I went to was Karolinska Institutet. It's one of the biggest hospitals in Sweden, one of the major hospitals in Sweden. You probably hear about it on the news when they talk about Sweden and healthcare. So I went there and the doctors were amazing. They did a really good job. I mean, I'm still here talking to you guys because of them. I would also like to make this video, if you get some of them are watching this, there's thank you guys for everything you've done. And if you guys other guys who are watching this, if you know anyone who works there, if you have any links to this hospital, if you want to send this to them, please do. But that should be it for now. I will talk to you guys very soon to talk about something else, hopefully a little bit happier, a little bit more joyful. But I just felt you guys should know about this now, because this is a big thing that's happened in my life. And so yeah, so that being said, hope you guys are having a good day, and I will, as I said, see you later. So please leave a like down if you like this video. Leave a comment if you want to comment anything, if you anything about cancer or anything else, just random. And don't, please, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. I'm really appreciate it. It helps me a lot if you do subscribe and like. And that is it for this time. So I'm leaving you here. Bye.